Well, it's time to make my follow-up calls. But I don't want to. I don't want to. Ooh, do I sound like that? Well, greetings, Jeff Shore here, author of Follow Up and Close the Sale. That's a book all about what you do when your customer says, not yet. That sale isn't done just because you asked. The sale is only complete when the customer's problem is solved. But what is it about making those follow-up calls where our brain says, oh, I don't want to do this? Well, I can only tell you this. You can override your brain.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And you need to if you want to win. Sometimes you don't want to do the very thing that you know you're supposed to do, right? For many of you, flossing your teeth is like that, or eating your vegetables. We don't want to do the very things that we know we are supposed to do. And oftentimes the reason we don't want to do it is because it stresses out the brain. When we think about things that are undesirable in any way, our brain gets stressed out. You need to understand this about the brain. The brain is an energy-conserving machine. Now, part of that is primitive. You just never know when a threat is going to come around. This goes back to the days when we were worried about saber-toothed tigers. You never knew when you were going to have to use all of your brain power to get out of a bad situation. Now, part of this is chemical. It's dopamine related. You see, dopamine is that happy hormone. We get it with anticipating fun things. And we get dopamine rushes with the things that we really want to do. Dopamine goes away when we think about the other stuff. So dopamine looks like this. But anti-dopamine looks like this. Now, in my book, Follow Up and Close the Sale, I talk about an issue called telephobia. It's a thing. Look it up. There's a trigger in our brain that says, don't make the call. Something bad will happen. This is closely connected to a psychological tendency towards catastrophizing. We think of the worst case scenario, in this case, rejection, and we play it out in our mind. We don't just think the customer is going to say no, we think we're going to get punched in the face. Now, the very idea of call reluctance is all in your head. But you already knew that, didn't you? The question is, what do we do about it? And the remedy is that you need to override the brain. You need to manipulate your brain chemicals. And here's my advice. Defer the dopamine. Defer the dopamine. Use the dopamine chase as a reward. So suppose I have two things to do today. Number one, I have to make my follow-up calls. And number two, I need to play with the dog.
Ready? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Now, if you're a dog person, you really want to play with your dog. I know I do. It's a dopamine-inducing activity. Here's the problem. If you do your high dopamine activities first, your brain will simply want more of it. So then when it's time to do something lower dopamine, like making a phone call, your brain is dulled. So use that to your advantage. Use your high dopamine activity as a reward.
I go to Baskin-Robbins every night and buy myself a little treat.
Make the calls. Even when you don't feel like it, make them anyway. But you also need a system to help you stay on track. So in my book, Follow Up and Close the Sale, I give that to you step by step. It's time to make follow-up fun. Hey, thanks for watching today's 5-minute sales training. I've got a lot more to teach you about follow-up in my latest book from McGraw-Hill, Follow Up and Close the Sale. You can get all the information about my new book at jeffshore.com/salesfollowup. The link to that page is in the description below. When you order your copy, I've got all kinds of bonus material that I'll send to you for free so that you can begin applying the book right away to start closing more sales and earning more and bigger commissions. Once again, check out the link in the description below, and until next time, learn more to earn more.